Do you wanna op, but you don't feel like you're doing a good job? Today, I'm gonna go over everything you need to know about opping in Valorant. I've been picking up the op a lot more than usual lately, so I thought I'd make a guide sharing some of the things that I think are the most important to focus on when you're trying to improve your opping. Let's go. In order to reach your maximum potential as an opper, you'll need to abuse agents like Jett, Reyna, or Wraith that have really great movement abilities. I think Jett is the optimal choice if you're trying to get the most out of the operator, mainly because of her dash that makes pushing risk-free to a certain extent. As an opper, you need to be unpredictable, and pushing sometimes is a must. That is why I recommend an agent like the ones I just named. When the enemies have found out where you play, it's time to switch positions, because they'll most likely not push into an operator, so you'll be useless there. And as you should know at this point, retaking with an op isn't easy. Ask a teammate to switch sides and keep going like that so that the other team can't find a pattern on how you play. You wanna make them feel like you're all over the place. One of the most important things in Valorant overall is disrupting your enemies, and you don't do that by playing the exact same way every single round, especially not with an operator, as it can be quite easy to outplay a sniper if they know your playstyle. Know what you can win and what you can't win. Sometimes you just have to realize that making a certain peak is stupid and will most likely get you killed. Remember, having an operator doesn't mean you can challenge everything and get away with it. Yeah, taking risky duels is a lot better when you can immediately kill an opponent with a body shot, but that doesn't mean that they can't do the same thing to you. Not only may they have an operator posted up there, but even a rifler with good aim can kill you before you have time to react, so try not to get too cocky while opping. That often leads to way more deaths than you'd like. Get a solid operator training routine. Most people who are serious about the game already train their aim, so why not either alter that routine a little bit to help more with your opping, or even get a separate one that you do on top of that. A very simple thing to do is op only deathmatches. I usually do a couple of those and then take advantage of the practice range as well. The practice range isn't the best overall, as it doesn't quite offer the realistic practice that you might get when playing in-game, but improving your flicks there is really effective from my experience. A simple way to go about it is putting easy or medium bots, going back a little bit, putting your crosshair in the middle, flicking to the bots as they spawn, going back into the middle and keeping it going like that. That's usually what I do as my op warm-up, and sometimes I even go a bit closer to improve my close range opping, and it's been working for me. About close range opping, don't sleep on that. I actually get most of my kills mid to close range with the operator. Way too many people are scared to make a move and end up sitting way too far back, doing basically nothing for their team. You miss a shot, the enemies get into the site, and bam, it's a retake scenario. You don't want to have to end up in that position. Of course, don't go pushing like crazy, but I tend to think pushing and taking early fights is really good with op, even on defense. The same goes for people who use their pistols all the time while opping. What's the point of buying an op if you're just gonna end up using the free classic pistol instead? And I'm not talking about getting pushed by someone who's right next to you, but people tend to think that using your pistol when retaking or even just taking a mid-range fight is correct. It definitely isn't. If you feel uncomfortable with close range opping, then practice that, because it's a vital part of playing the operator. Learn which peak to use in each scenario. Picking the wrong peak when challenging someone might be the reason that you lose the fight. You don't really want to peek a common position by just going straight out, as that's most of the time gonna get you killed. Instead, you can try crouch peeking to get a slight advantage, or maybe a shoulder peek to see if someone is there and potentially bait out a shot. I advise experimenting a little bit with different peeking styles to see what fits in each scenario. Take advantage of off angles. An off angle is an angle that isn't as common as others. A good example of an off angle is on Seaside Haven. What you might see many operators do is get on top of the big box on site and then hold the peak on C long. While that's a fine strategy and all, many times the enemies will be ready for that and either flash you, pre-fire you, or bait out a shot. What you can do instead is holding from top of the box by going a bit more to the left instead of far right. This makes it so that you can still see the enemies running up long, but it's not as common of a spot, so people won't be focused on it when they're running out. There's tons of off angles on each map, so try to find some and take advantage of them in your games for some easy kills. That's all I got for you today. Check out this video where I go over 5 tips for the sheriff so you can have a good sidearm as well. Good luck opping.